Salakia. Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to all the brothers and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I wanted to go into a quick lesson. Basically just going into this little article. It was just something that just literally just came to my mind. Just thinking about how, the Lord is ready to get an elected kingdom. He's ready to give his people the kingdom. Because the Lord, the Lord has seen us go through all these different captivities. The Lord has seen all our low points, in history. Us being at the bottom, seeing us suffering, our poverty, our tribulation, and the Lord, it's time for the kingdom. The Lord is tired of seeing all this wickedness run rampant, and he's tired of seeing his people at the bottom. He's tired of seeing his people in poverty. The Lord is ready to set his people up, and this is what's going on. So I'm gonna just briefly touch this. It says poverty rates for blacks and Hispanics reach historic lows in 2019. Now we know the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites, and anyone whose lineage on their father's side leads back to those people, they are Israelites. It says in 2019, the poverty rate for the United States was 10.5%, the lowest since estimates were first released for 1959. Poverty rates declined between 2018 and 2019 for all major race and Hispanic origin groups. Two of these groups, blacks and Hispanics, reached historic lows in their poverty rate in 2019. The poverty rate for the blacks were 18.8%. For Hispanics, it was 15.7%. Okay. And they just further go on about the poverty rate, and was, just go back into it. I'm gonna read this little section right here. It says the figure shows that for blacks, the poverty rate of 18.8% in 2019 was the lowest rate observed since poverty estimates were first produced for the group for 1959. The previous low for this group was 20.8% in 2018. Poverty rates in 2019 were also lowest ever observed for Hispanics, 15.7 compared to the prior low of 17.6 in 2018. Poverty statistics for Hispanics date back to 1972. Now get this, it says the Asian poverty rate was 7.3%. It's nowhere near, what it says the Israelites was going through. It says 7.3 was also the lowest on record. That's the lowest that they have in record for Moab being in poverty. And this is, of course, in the U.S. I believe they just said that. Well, it just say historic lows. It don't say exactly where. But as you can see from the chart, and then it says non-Hispanic white. You see how low all these different these numbers are for the other two races and other two nations rather. And then you got the Israelites at the raising the bar, raising the bar. It says the 2019 poverty rate of 7.3 for non-Hispanic whites was not statistically different than the previous low historically adjusted of 7.2% in 2000 and 7.3 in 1973. So you got roughly, 27 years have passed and not much has changed for Esau Edom, But as far as Jake, the numbers are always been higher, And you can see it right here, Jake leading in all the poverty rates, But this was by design, It was by design because this is not our rest. This is not our kingdom. It's supposed to be this way because we're in captivity. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. So Yahweh know we in poverty. He know what we going through. He see what our people going through and what we got to endure, how we living basically in captivity. He see what's going on. He said, I know thy works, thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Right. We're rich in faith. We're rich in His Word. You know, we're rich in wisdom, knowledge, understanding. That's the true treasure. You know, that's the true riches. You know, we're rich, and you know all of that. It's gonna lead up into the kingdom. You know, where we're gonna be physically, financially rich when we had a control over the resources. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, going to all your quote unquote Salakia. I just got done eating. All your quote unquote you know, your fake Jews, you know, that's in the land. It says, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's who they truly are. You know, the synagogue of Satan, the house, the church of Satan, you know, and they follow after his ways. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, which, you know, Jacob's trouble, the persecution, everything that's coming. It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which 10 is just, you know, a number just going into, it could be months, it can be days, it can be weeks, you know, it can be a day, you know, it could be hours. But nevertheless, it said, ye shall have tribulation. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right. Because that's the ultimate goal. And Yahweh Shai want to see is people win and starting with his elect. You know? That's the whole purpose. You know, Yahweh Shai want to see his people eating. This is Revelations 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Right? Yahweh Shai is going to sit there. Like he said, he's going to give you a crown of life. You know, you're going to get immortality, the new bodies, and then he's going to set you over the nations. You're going to have power and rulership. There would no more be, there'll never be heard of a poor Israelite ever again. You know, the poverty and tribulation, that'll never happen in the nation of Israel ever again when Yahweh Shai come. And it's going to start with those that overcome. It's Revelations 3:21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. See, Yahweh Shai said, look, you know, I went through my mission, my tribulation, and everything, and now I get to sit on the throne. You know, now my power and my rulership is coming, and all those that overcome too, you're gonna be right with me. I got you. You know, there will be no more poverty. You know, there will be no more tribulation. The poverty rates is gonna be 0 for any Israelite. You know, but it's gonna start with the elect. 2/3 got to be born into this. You know, the elect is gonna inherit this. You know, this is what's to come. You know, it won't be no such thing as the other nations got one up on us in a certain category, a certain way. You know, these other nations right now, they're still over us because the curses are upon us. With Esau, Edom being the head. You know, we're at the bottom right now. But in the kingdom of heaven, everything is gonna change. You know, there will be no more poverty. You know, there will be no more sorrow. There will be no more tribulation. These other nations won't be able to do nothing or say nothing against us. You know, all of that is going to be over with. It's Revelations 2. I'm going to read all of them. Revelations 2:7. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is this word, which is in the midst of the paradise of the Most High. It starts with this word, you know. It starts with the true understanding and doctrine of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Wisdom is that tree of life. It's 2:7, Revelation 2:17. To he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, which is this word, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. Right. And we have the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. We have the true understanding, the true doctrine. You know, we know who we are again. You know, the elect is waking up. But it said this is coming to him that overcometh. You know, because Yahweh Shai is ready to give. He's ready to bless his people. You know, he's ready to put his people on a whole nother level. You know, because like he said, I know thy works. I know what you're going through. I see what you're doing, rather. I'm going to start like that. I see what you're doing, you know, how you diligently pushing this word, doing everything that I commanded you to do. I see you. And then he said, I know thy tribulation. You know, I see what you have to go through. You know, I see all the troubles that you have to endure and all the persecution that's coming along with you trying to live righteously, you trying to do everything right in a wicked world, in a wicked society ruled by the wicked. And then I know thy poverty. You know, Yahweh said, I see how poor, the poor conditions that you living in, you know, the situations you grew up in, how everything is for the people, our people, you know, but mainly, you know, the elect, you know, talking about the elect. Yahweh said, I see all that, you know, but you are rich, you know, and I got something coming for you, but it's to him that overcometh. So Lord will, that was an edifying lesson, you know, it's just going to be short, straight, and to the point. You know, once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to all the brothers, sisters, and children that they're keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom.